First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to be here. This is my second time. I think that this is a nice platform for Double Bond Pharmaceutical to present our ideas. My name is Igor Lokut. I am CEO of Double Bond Pharmaceutical. Today I will talk about three things about this situation, just from in life science area, from a little bit helicopter view. I will talk about why it's more and more harder to develop new medicinal products today, nowadays, and what is the rational strategies in drug development process, especially for small companies. A couple words about myself. I was grown up in Belarus, former Soviet Union, and it was a very strong communist propaganda there. We've been brainwashed by newspapers, radio, TV at school that we are the best economy in the world with the flourishing future. But then, in 1982 died our president. Next year died the second president. You can guess what's happened with the next president, with the third president next year. Yes, he died also. And what's going to happen? What's happened with the first president next year? No, he didn't die, but the whole Soviet empire, the whole Soviet bloc collapsed. And I was freshly disputed. I was a freshly graduated PhD who's supposed to develop new medicinal products, and due to pure economic reason, it was not possible to do it anymore in Belarus. So therefore, 1999, I and my several colleagues moved from Belarus to Sweden, and we started here in Uppsala Pharmaceutical company in 1999. We started from nothing, from scratch, from empty laboratories, but then slowly but surely we developed new medicinal product, which was 2014 registered by FDA. And I have been involved in the whole process of this drug development, from idea, patent process, manufacturing, preclinical development, a little bit in clinical studies. So it was a very nice experience, a very important milestone in my career. 2014, I left this company in order to start my own company, Double Bond Pharmaceutical, to develop even better medicinal products. So if we are going to a situation in life science, so everybody here work in some way in life science sector, so you understand the environment. So it's better to compare with the American dream. So everybody knows what does it mean, American dream, that every American citizen theoretically have equal rights to achieve their dreams, so to speak. And in life science area, there is something which is similar, life science dream, that theoretically every scientist, every small company has rights, possibility to invent something like new molecule, enzyme, protein, it can be nanoparticle, whatever, which can potentially lead to development of new medicinal products, then patent this invention and sell this invention, this product for millions, probably billions United States US dollars for big pharma companies. So not every American is achieving their dream. And the same situation with life science sector. So thousands and thousands of life science companies out there, but only a couple are quite successful to out-license their technologies to big pharma companies, technologies and products to big pharma companies. But this sector, life science sector, is constantly growing. Just every third company on a small stock market like Aktie belongs to life science sector. Why it is growing so fast? I think this is a collaboration between big pharma companies, not the big pharma companies, but companies who provide services and products for healthcare. So this is collaboration with these companies and with state, with government. So state and government they have to provide the economy with financial resources, with money, and they can do it in different ways. Investing, pumping money into infrastructural projects like bridges building, roads building, or moon program, or by reimbursement of healthcare. So it works in this way. Pharma companies constantly increasing costs of their products and services, and state pumping money through this healthcare sector to pharma companies. So money do not just collect it or accumulate it or stay with patients and just this healthcare sector. They are not even accumulated in pharma companies. They are spread into economy due to, payment of salaries, bonuses, suppliers for suppliers for suppliers, and so on. So in such a way, we can see that in such a way, money is just pumped into economy. And this figure is showing the grade of this reimbursement process. What is the tendency, trend in this reimbursement process? You can guess which country is winning this race. This is the United States, of course, and we in Sweden, we are saying lagom at best, so we are just somewhere in between, so not somewhere in between. So, but we can see gradual, not only gradual, but exponential growth of reimbursement process. It's good, but it leads with two very dramatic consequences. That cost of efficiency of drug development process is decreasing, which is depicted, is shown by this figure. So we can see, here we can see the amount of medicinal products which can be developed or could be developed for $1 billion United States dollars. We can see 1950, it was about 100 products, which means that $10 million per product. Already year 2000, we have one product per $1 billion US dollar. Last numbers, we have about between 3 and 5 billion United States dollars, US dollars for one medicinal product. So we can see that this trend persists. How small companies can work in this field to develop new medicinal product if they would like to develop from, let's say, from idea to final marketed stage. Small companies like Double Bond Pharmaceutical, we do not have 5 billion US dollars, we do not have even $1 billion. So where is the place for such small companies to work in this field? Fortunately, regulatory bodies understand this situation, and there are something which is called orphan drug status. We understand English orphan drug, how a drug can be parent class. So what is the meaning? So it just intuitively shows that big pharma companies or pharma companies, they would of course be more focused on development medicinal products for broader market, for larger markets. And in order to stimulate, in order to encourage pharma companies to develop medicinal products for smaller markets, so for this reason is just designed this orphan drug status. Without going into details, just to summarize what are the advantages with orphan drug. Orphan drug status enables or facilitate approval process and can make this process make it happen earlier, commercialize product, and in such a way allows to grow organically for companies, small companies or mid-sized companies. It is one of the most important tools especially for small companies to develop their products. Then also another huge privilege is that it's also a possibility to extend a period of exclusivity for marketing of these products, orphan drug products. There are a couple other tools, but before describing them, just take a look on the statistics of failures for new medicinal products which enter a clinical stage of development. So only 5% will be marketed, which means that pure statistically, a company has to start with 20 different projects in order to be successful just with one. It's not rational approach for drug development process. So there is very important tool which can make this process more rational. So it is called added value generics. So development of added value generics. If we make kind of reverse engineering, if we go from marketed products, if we take a look on the market and we try to understand which products are there and which products could be improved in some way by drug delivery system, but by way of a new way of administration, by something what we can improve. So these generics can be improved, and it is called added value generics. So basically they are not generics anymore, they should be considered as new innovative products due to this innovation by drug delivery system, solubility or way of application. Sometimes this added value generics also called like super generics. It's synonymous. Another very interesting tool is reverse innovation. So here in Sweden or in Europe, we used to use our way of, our platforms for development of new products, new technologies. But there are a lot of products which are developed or were developed in other parts of the world, like Asia, former Soviet. And sometimes these products were already proved to have good efficiency, nice profile, therapeutic profile. So in this way, if there is possibility to transfer these products from local, small markets there to global market, so this way, this tool is called reverse innovation. Case study, Double Bond Pharmaceutical, we have two products in our pipeline, two frontline products, and for both of these products we used these tools which I have talked about. So product Temodex, it is designed for, it is based on Temosolomide. Temosolomide, this is generic product, which, in Europe this is the the only first-line chemo for treatment of some types of brain cancers. And Temosolomide is a generic product. So there are in Sweden there are probably 5 or 6 distributors of Temosolomide. So we have received orphan drug designation for this product from EMA because there were possibility for us, and we received this orphan drug designation, which means that we can start marketing this product earlier compared to non-orphan drug products. So by this application of this orphan drug designation, we can significantly reduce time to market and cost for development of our products. So then also, as I mentioned, Temosolomide is already on the market, so it's a generic product without patent protection, but our product is applied locally. So generic Temosolomide, which is used now, which is available on the market, it is used systemically. So after oral administration, the product is spread throughout whole body. Is a traditional way for application. Of course not if disease is localized somewhere, and in case of brain cancer, it is localized just in brain. So by the way of administration, we can add new value for this generic product. So, and this way of administration, this way of formulation is will be patented. So we have patent application. We have sent patent application. Now it is in the PCT stage. And then also, what is important that this product was developed in strong collaboration between Belarusian scientists from Belarusian State University, by Belarusian doctors. Two hospitals participated in development of this product. Largest manufacturer of pharmaceutical products in Belarus, and all this development was sponsored by the Belarusian government. So we in-licensed this product. So this is exactly how this is the best example for reverse innovation. I mean, for our methodology for reverse innovation. Second product, SA33, another case study. It is based on doxorubicin. Doxorubicin, I think it's the most popular chemo in the world. It's used for more than 20 different indications. Lymphoma, leukemia, breast cancer, whatever can be treated, almost whatever can be treated with doxorubicin. And it's just on the market since 17th, something like this. 70s or something like this. So, but by application of Belogal, we add Belogal drug delivery system, which can target doxorubicin to liver tissue. Therefore, we can provide treatment for liver cancer or cancers in liver. Liver cancer, this is orphan indication, and we have received, we have been granted this status from EMA for this product. Also, due to we can target with this drug delivery system product to liver tissue, so we can treat not only primary tumors in liver, like hepatoblastoma or hepatocellular carcinoma, but also different metastases, which can grow there from other types of cancer. Due to Belogal drug delivery system, we can target, as I mentioned, doxorubicin to liver tissue, and in such way it's just added value generic or super generic. Patent application now, we have passed PCT stage, now it's just in national stages of protection. And also reverse innovation, we have efficiently used our Belarusian colleagues, or we collaborated with our Belarusian colleagues from academia, from universities for development of this product. So all three points are here. I have some time, so just describe a little bit situation with helicopter view with this pharmaceutical industry. So we have shown that the reimbursement process just on the way, and it just leads to growing of pharmaceutical industry, for growing of pharma companies. It's like a boom in life science industry we have witnessed last 3 decades. But the question is for how long this trend will persist? How much time more additionally we will be at this trend? And what will happen with the pharma companies when this reimbursement process will be decreased? I have a question. How many Americans do you think have $500 to pay directly without borrowing money? What is the percentage? It's less than 50%. So if a state will decrease the grade of reimbursement, so a patient will not be able to pay for the treatment which we just witnessing last decades. So in such a way, pharma companies now, if they are relying on this reimbursement process, if they will persist. So these pharma companies are quite vulnerable. And the whole life science dream, if small companies or mid-sized companies are just relying on the possibility in the future out-license their products to bigger pharma companies, these companies will be also vulnerable. So for double bond pharmaceutical, by application these three tools, orphan drug indication, orphan drug designation, with rational drug design by working with added value generics, and by application of reverse innovation, we have possibility to significantly reduce costs for drug development, and we are not reliable anymore. We are not just betting on this life science dream. So we would, of course, we would like to collaborate with potential partner from pharma industry. But if we will not find this partnership, we do not need a lot of resources to develop our own products. So we can play by our own. So yeah, this is.
Questions, comments, anything?
How do you work with CMOs or CDMOs or CROs?
Nice question, especially for my colleague Lotta, who is just sitting behind us. But yeah, I will answer this question. So we work extremely good, extremely well. What we do, we try to do in the first place everything we try to outsource to our colleagues in Belarus. So we have access to academia, we have access to universities there, and we try to develop the processes, to do everything which is possible to do there before we go to GLP contract research organizations or GMP contract manufacturing organizations. We have done very nice collaboration with three-part collaboration when our scientists from Belarus moved to one CMO, contract manufacturing organizations in Europe, and they participated in the development of a component for our product, for Temodex. It was done very, very efficiently in terms of money and time. This is one example, but yeah, as much as possible, we can outsource to countries where it can be done in an efficient way in terms of time and money, and then just do it just purely in Europe.
Igor, how many products do you think are on the market currently that are going to go over the patent cliff, could be re-orphaned and possibly another drug designation?
Currently we have two products with orphan drug status. For SA33 we have orphan drug designation for hepatoblastoma, for treatment of hepatoblastoma. This is a kind of cancer in children. Potentially we plan to get additional orphan drug status for this product 2018, next year. It turned out that just betting on orphan drugs, this is a very, very rational way of drug development, and we can see the trend. It's not, it hasn't been shown here, but big pharma companies, they're also betting on orphan drug products. So this is trend which will persist, and we are lucky that we understand this process, and we will continue with Orphan.
Good to hear.
Any other questions for Igor?
It was pretty clear.
Yeah, that must have been pretty clear, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.